Come on, break out. Stun him. Yes. Drop that. Yeah, hit it in the spot where it's going to hit him. Yeah, excellent. Oh, he can ram us back, though. Alright, cool, that worked well. Lure those idiots into the fire. Spirit form. Okay, regen. On us. And crushing prison on her, Veravel, or whatever her name is. Yes, good. Lady Rogbutt? What are these names?
A fine model of an orcish woman. Now go find her, and don't be rude, or she'll rip your ears off.
Alright. Didn't know... Maybe
Go
they
help
retconned
Lord
it.
Rugdumph and wipe that smile off your face.
Ah, he knows we're laughing at the name.
It's a shame.
Yes, because it is a ridiculous name, that's why.
I understand.
Even for a fantasy land like this. What's this? Oh, bag mode again. Here we go. Oh, it's so backwards trying to control the cat with a bag on its head. Whee! There we go. Now I've nearly got the hang of running around with a bag on our head. Oh, no. Oh, fucked it. Yes, he's a big floofy ass bear, so hopefully hopefully things go smoothly. He's huge though, look at the size of him. Don't you stun us, golden man. And down. Down you go. Are we here already? I thought this was gonna be huge. Or is this another test? No, it's a test. There we go, that's a good hit. Come on, Floof Nugget. Alright, you smack that one, I'll smack this one. Tempted to the power it could bring. Plus I think it'll bring an interesting dynamic to the world and the story, so...
Power! You found the anvil. Are you happy now?
Kind of creepy music. There's another hint you need to check out. The TV show. I think it's only like 6 episodes or something. 6 or 8 episodes. Not many. Wow, that guy's on a mission. Gang wars are in full flight right here. Holy shit. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Yeah, that was interesting.
After you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great, I did not want to know that.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
What the hell? Damn these guys and their traps. Where are you dickheads going? So we can level up and become mighty. Haha, yes we can. Suck on that. Boom! That's very fun. That's a very fun spell. Go team, go. Excellent. I'll stand here offering words of encouragement. So I can activate the symbol. There we go. Go, doggos! Oh shit, there's guys coming from the other side too. Oh no, I hit my own teammates. Oh, that's a fail. Woo. Friends. Oh, Alistair just got rear kicked in the face. Oh, look at this. Yes! Go, old dude. Yes, we are a hero. We do good things. Come on, let me do some murder time. Oh, thank you. So you just ran in and just went pew, 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 and took them all out. Alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I'm Shade. How are we doing? Tonight we're going to crack on with some chilling out time and some Starfield and going through the Terrormorph questline. because I've never done it. I always want to do it, and it's going to give us some time to settle into this universe, as well as spend some time with Andrasia as we sort of advance our relationship and friendship with her in the lead up and into Shattered Space, which we'll probably do next week at this rate, I think. But to get us started, I was trying to quickly see. There we go. I knew I had a mag shear somewhere. Mag shear? Is that the one? Or is it mag storm? Oh no, I want a mag storm, don't I? They're the ones that shoot fast. No, this is fire rate 300. That must be it. I found one and I was going to craft upon it, because I don't have one. Now I can't find it. Mag shear advanced. Sort by name then. Advanced mag shear. Oh, I've got. Apparently, I did have one in my inventory already. Is it this? Yeah, it is the right one. That's what we wanted. Okay. Hello, Midnight. How are you doing? Thanks for dropping in.
Things I wish to discuss with you.
So, Andrasia wants to chat a bit. We will postpone that a little bit further. So what I wanted to do to get started is just quickly craft up. I'm open to suggestions on this too, because I've got the legendary crafting thing where it's in hardcore mode, meaning you have to only disassemble stuff. But what do we want on here? Extended mag. Always want extended mag as a legendary feature because I hate reloading. Radioactive rapid. You could shoot even faster. That would be insane. It would be kind of cool. If we do rapid or staggering. Let's go rapid. It'll shoot even... So I don't think I'm going to do bleed and stuff on my other weapon. So this will just be a raw DPS machine. And I might leave the rest off for now. And then just what other mods can we stack on to boost its damage with the mods I've got. So this increases accuracy, recoil. Yeah, that sounds good. So, Midnight, you're okay. Decided to start looking for a new job. Well, your job is definitely challenging. That is for sure. And is it because of the people, the public that you have to deal with in that crazy environment? Or was it more the workplace itself? Oh yeah, shock charge ban. That sounds fun. Internal high velocity gives us more range. High powered more. Yeah, we want high powered. This is a close range weapon. Skin. No other skins installed. Alright. No, that will do us for now. Suit wise, we're still the same. Oh, that was weird. I bumped the button. Store all the crafting stuff in here. That lightened the load. Let's go. So, what I want to do... Oh, first I need to bind our awesome weapon. Oh, which slot? Hang out of slots, man. 4, 5. Maybe we'll put it in slot 4. Alrighty, clients and a few work issues. Yeah, that sucks. I'm very sorry to hear. Social service sector is not an easy one to deal with. I could not do it. Alright, so before we get stuck into the juicy quests, I wanted to see what happens. I've just been dying to check it out. If we go with our alternate self and go meet up with our parents in this universe, what is the interaction like? I don't know what to expect. So I kind of want to see. I need to find... This is our ship. I don't remember what the ship state was in last time, but I've done a whole bunch of ship making, ship building. Or is even hanging out. Oh, there's Sarah. So our ship is pretty decent. We can pretty much take on nearly any space fight now. There's Amari. I've hired a couple more people. Maybe he's going to be in the... No, no. I will double check that he is on here. Yep, it's definitely on here somewhere. On the Razor Leaf. So this is what we're looking like at the moment. Been experimenting a bit. It's medium class. It's still top speed, top maneuverability, just like right on the edge of being a little bit too large and heavy, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. I might look to build another larger home ship for future. We'll see. And then let's just view out the back. It's got a cool glass space bar. I don't know if there's any furniture markers in here that causes the NPCs to come in here, but maybe we'll find out over time. In the meantime, I guess I keep running around to the different sections of the damn ship to find where my clone is. Do like Tillagers. Tillager? Oh, I can't remember how to pronounce it. Anyway, ship build modules. Reasonably balanced. Sometimes a couple of them are a little bit overpowered, but for the most part it's fairly well balanced. A few cool... I cannot find this guy. Of course I can't find him. The time I want to actually hang out with him. Well, maybe the fates have decided we shall not. Let's cut a full lap the ship. Did not find him. It hath been decided we shall not hang out with the clone. Oh, there he is. There's his face. There he is. Found him.
Hey there.
In the corner. I'd like you to follow me for a while.
Sure. I'll be right on your heels.
Right, so... treasure is here. Let's go, cloney man. So, we have to go, I believe, to the residential district. Activities. Nope. Go see our parents at Pioneer Tower, over there. Let's go to there, please. So, Tabby, you got an interview teed up for Monday. That's awesome. Is that in a completely different place, different organization, different everything?
UC sure runs a tight ship in their cities.
Yeah, right, so he does like to have a bit of a chat. Dude, your clothing isn't brilliant either. We might fix that another day. Alright. Let's go and meet our parents. Whoop. Must have forward too quickly. Alright. Now the game actually does some interesting things where it tries to generate the faces and appearance of your parents to actually look a bit like your character. Let's see. Hello, Dad?
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God! Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
That would be the clone over there. What can we say? We've got starborn options. All right, well, I really, really missed you guys.
It hasn't been that long, has it?
Honey, something's different.
Yeah.
You seem more confident, more... I don't know.
It's the eyes. You're right. Are you okay, son?
Ooh, okay. If I'd see you again. Well, you seem like you seem like my parents, my real parents.
What? Of course we are your parents. Did you get injured or something?
Please, tell me everything's okay.
What's going on? Did something happen on Vectera?
Can we explain? Can we explain? No. In the meanwhile, we've got our clone who is actually here and actually their real son. And there's no option to talk about it. Damn it. All right. Okay. Do you know what happened? Ooh. I don't know. So I didn't know what would happen, but I was reborn and I'm a member of Constellation. Oh, no, that will just... It's going to sound weird. All right. Where to even start? Vectera changed me. I'm with Constellation now.
That's great. What a step up.
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Oh, very true this time. So you know about Constellation? Never heard you talk about it.
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The Explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time. I must say it's been a while since I've heard anything about them, though. Glad to know they're still around.
They are. All right. Well, every mum says their kid is special, but I guess you were right.
Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Mom, you were right. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
All right, thanks. There he is. There's the real us standing there. All right, so the game does not factor in when you are in an alternate universe and you have the kid stuff trait, which this is a trait that gives you this whole parent stuff.
Hey there.
Yeah, all right, well, I guess
Stay safe out there.
we'll leave it for now. Which one's our room? This one, I'm guessing. Ooh, high school backpack. And a backpack note from Mom. I patched up your old high school backpack. Good as new. There's so many pockets in there. One of them had an old apple, and well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown up, but the backpack has the best storage on the market. Maybe you could use it with Argos. If not, let me know and I'll donate it. Love, Mum. All right, thank you. That's lovely. Well, I wonder, can we talk about anything else with them whilst we're here? Oh, just, hey, can we... Nope.
I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
Ooh, okay, nothing to report yet. No, I think I may have found someone.
I knew it. You have that spring in your step. A mother knows. I won't press, dear. Don't worry. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
All right, thank you. Why did you guys never settle down?
It's complicated. Maybe one day I'll get into it. But neither of us mind moving. I think we both have a bit of nomad in us. I think, though, New Atlantis is our forever home.
Okay, well, that's nice. All right, well, I really appreciate it.
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
Probably not. Any gossip?
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation.
All right, I think that'll do. Otherwise,
Talking with you has made my day.
that's
I'm
great.
being serious.
All right, back to the ship. It's getting weird because they are not able to talk about or acknowledge anything. All right, onto the ship, please. We'll switch back to Andrasia, and then we shall continue our quest line. I was going to buy some ammo, but maybe we'll just see how we go. Got enough for now, I think. Still not loving our outfit in terms of our armor, but I will eventually improve that.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Well, finding the artifacts is a very, very important to me, personally.
Yes, the idea of what they might represent has been motivating for many of the members. This is, after all, what Constellation is for. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. That has guided me throughout my years. No matter what it was in the past, Constellation is now my purpose.
See, so why is Constellation meaningful to you then?
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
Okay. Well, hopefully you leave a little time for fun as well, yeah?
Fun is not a consideration. I am not saying I am incapable of it, it just should never be a priority over other things. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
That's true. It is pretty good in the UC, at least if you're not in the underbelly of the well. But how are things different for them?
There is no struggle to survive here. No great risk in daily life. I'm sure you have seen for yourself that is not the case for much of the settled systems. Hostile environments, dangerous creatures, not to mention the threats posed by other humans.
Yeah.
None of that touches these people.
That's true, but there is no way to know what someone else is going through, and that's also a lesson for us.
You believe I am too quick to judge?
No.
Perhaps that is so. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
Well, you've obviously been through a lot.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Yes, why did your family insist on independence?
They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Religion will kind of do that a bit as well, I guess. That sounds like a terrible way to live.
Difficult, yes. But not terrible.
She disliked that.
For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
No worries. Let's go. Oh no, I was talking to you.
Hello.
Are you ready to head back out?
I look forward to it.
Okay, let's go. Alright, Andrasia is our companion. Save game. We will do more talks with her as well in the lead up to getting into the Shattered Space expansion. Where is this? No, not that one. Where is... There we go. Delivering Devils. This is... Okay, so this is the Terrormorph tissue sample. Hadrian has asked me to find her colleague, Percival Walker, on Mars, who was recently working with the Trade Authority there. Alright. To Mars we shall go then. Let's get up and at it. And take off, please.
Engines firing. Here we go.
Now heavily remodeled and upgraded Mantis. Sorry, Razorleaf. Razorleaf ship. Ship of the Mantis.
Orbit achieved.
Alright, thanks, Sammy. Now, can we... I think we can. Let's go to the solar system, please. Spin up the grav drive. That's it.
And in one instant,
You are entering United
stars
Colonies
and rings.
space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
And we're being scanned.
Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Alright, thank you. Let's go land on Mars. Sidonia. Have not been here yet in this playthrough or universe.
Can never quite place the smell of Sidonia. Ozone and metal and something vaguely old and ill-kept.
But yeah, it's very industrial. Poor air quality. There's sandstorm about as well. Let's get inside.
Sidonia. The UC clings to its old ways. I suspect this soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
Big old slow airlock as well. Not lucky no one else is trying to get in or out like right now. I'm interested to tackle the quests here. Haven't done them either. I'll do them another day. Oh, there we go. We are de-suited.
Sorry? What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last openings. I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. It's possible they may not extend it.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist then.
Hey, I get it. But there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate if you want. Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Damn it! Yeah, you're right. Screw this.
I know you were counting on that Sidonia hazard pay. We'll find something else.
Yeah, I hope. Just can't make ends meet with the old rate.
I hear you.
That leads to more questing here, but I have the Hush mod installed so it doesn't dump NPC chatter and quests on you. I'm not sure if that affects picking up side stuff like that.
Do you imagine anyone actually enjoys living here? I simply cannot.
Yeah, it's a very... The countdowns for the mining blasts as well. Anyway, Trade Authority, that's where we got to go.
Particle destination concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
I do think one of the things they do well in this game is they do set the atmosphere pretty well for each of the major settlements. Now, this is very much mining, a little bit of repression, a little bit of old, a little bit of industrialness. It's pretty well. Oh, watch out for the ladder.
A sober Sidonia is a safe Sidonia.
Alright, we need to find someone in the Trade Authority who's around the corner.
Operating heavy machinery while under the influence is dangerous to yourself and those around you. Please always drink responsibly.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
No. Ooh, industrialist. I am not, but I understand how valuable your time is. Percival Walker. I need his location.
I appreciate your candor, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Dr. Walker has gone missing.
Hmm.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
How does that even mean? Discipline? What? Why would the miners hide him?
They were all devils. Red Devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
Okay, what sort of discipline issue are we talking about here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
Yes, we can't have the little guy making money for himself when there's corporate greed to be had. You don't sound particularly interested in finding him.
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services.
Right.
He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Really?
Just this one time? I am all too aware that once one starts doing favors for the Trade Authority, it can be difficult to stop.
Interesting. How much does he owe?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
Don't really care. I'm not your bill collector. I just need to know how to find him.
Yes, not everything needs to be a transaction.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Sounds good, thank you. There we go then. Take the elevator down. I think we can also just jump off the edge. Alrighty, out here with some random mining stuff, broken bots. I think that's a bot that is like depressed and broken. Anyway, I'm not going to deal with him right now. Okay, that's the Red Devil's icon and insignia. Thought? So a lot of the locals here, the miners, due to something about the red dust, they get like red irises in their eyes. So,
Broken Spear's upstairs.
See, he's
Go
got
drown
it.
yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Okay, okay. Adrian Sanon sent me. I'm looking for a man named Walker.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
You. Why don't you come here and tell me what some
The red eyes are some badge of honor, I take it? They would be difficult to conceal.
Very blue.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
Okay. I'm making a delivery for Hadrian Sinon. Look, I even have proof that she sent me.
That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
Right. You and Percival were both Red Devils. Can you tell me about them?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough. Reliable. That's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xenoweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xenoweapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
But the Xeno weapons, I'm assuming they were different to Terrormorph, right? So you worked with Xeno weapons then?
Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement.
Okay, well, how would you suggest I go about clearing Percival's name?
Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct.
Yeah.
If you've got credits to throw away.
Which we do.
Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom.
Excellent.
If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Crossing the Trade Authority could be perilous. There are real stakes here.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these.
Alrighty, I'll see if I can get rid of the debt.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Time to do some...
You may be Hadrian's friend. Come here.
So do some... corporate espionage. I'm happy with that, but let's speak to the guy named Bridge.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
Yes. Yes. You know anything about Walker, you better start talking fast.
Whoa, not necessary. I want to help you help Walker.
Good.
Here, we got off on the wrong foot.
Oh,
have a drink. Now look, I know how you can help Walker without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
Aqueous hematite. What is it?
It's mostly iron in about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new. And we think we found a use for it.
Okay. So are you guys making chems or something?
No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help them make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the Trade Authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some.
Right. So that's the pharmaceuticals they were talking about. I'm assuming there's a reason you haven't handed it over already.
Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh, I know what comes next.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
Okay. Well, what happened to the jobs on Mars?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. After the Colony War, armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here.
So this generates more work, but it also gives profits to the Trade Authority, which I didn't want. Okay. Well, let's do some action then. Maybe we won't do espionage. Why don't we do the action? It has a better result for the miners then, I guess? Just tell me where this mine is. Oh, first, tell me, what's your take on the spacers?
A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the Authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know?
Rude. Alright, well just tell me where this mine is.
Oh, yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Okie dokie. Well, I do like taking out evil spacers. I do like helping locals. Let's do that then.
Detonate.
So we have to... Ooh, I've never seen this map before. So we have to go...
Occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go fight some bad guys. Another mining blast. Here we go. Suit up, Andrasia. Out into the harsh we go. Let's clear out some bad guys. Even though we could just pay the debt off or erase it, this feels like more noble of a cause or an action. Why don't we drive there? Shit, which button was it? No. There we go. Let's go.
We are better when we are faster.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a hike otherwise. We just go over this mountain range. I think we can. Easy does it. Alright, now let's try and land. Like a glove. That'll do. Very smooth. That's the Rev 9 vehicle. It's a modded Rev 8. I love it. Oh, hello. These guys don't muck around. That's, hang on. I wanted to change. I have a Beowulf, but I like... Where is it? I can't remember what color it is. Instigating Razorback. One? Binary trigger. Yep, that's the one. Alright, let's put that onto slot number 5. Let's do a combination of some stealth before we get too noisy, shall we? Ooh, you know what I should do? Oh, nope, there's multiples back there. Hang on, I do have... For some reason, it has not auto-unequipped the vehicle. There we go. That bugged out. Powers... Power names... Void form. Let's do a little stealthing, because one of the things I want to do is get some of my takedowns. That counts. Alright, well, that kicked off already. Go down. Still sneaking. There's one up there. Missed.
You think you can foul me a target?
Down. Down.
Not the best you can do.
We're still stealthed, which is going well. Oh, that's a big weapon. What is that? Missed. Oh, come on, hit him in the face. Oh, we're not stealthed anymore. If that's gonna do it, put us back in stealth mode for the...
Where?
Bonuses. Give me sneak damage multiplier. Where did you go? Oh, you quick little monkey. Ah, what the hell? Come on. There I am, that's right. Suck it.
This isn't happening!
He is a tough boy.
Like this.
Right, that was dramatic. All the items from the area. Down here too. Area loot. Spacer suit. Loot for now, because otherwise just end up with too much stuff. Oh, hang on, where are we meant to be going? It's inside here, yes? Yes, it is. I don't know where Andrasia is. Into the mines. Okay. There she is. I do love the modern aesthetic of the weapons in Starfield. I reckon they just nailed it. I'm usually not a big fan of revolvers, but these revolvers are just
Remain
cool.
alert. Best to assume we have not seen the last of these spacers.
I agree, Andrasia. Let's eat some of that food on our way past. Thank you. How many are we going to find out here? Let's go check too. Is for my takedown skill. Non-lethal takedowns. Ah. Oh, we can always do a non-lethal takedown and then a murder. Oh.
What?
Sneaky, they are alerted, which means we can't do a takedown. Alright, well, let's just... Power attack, that'll do, and away they go. Alright. Well, stealth has gone out the window, hasn't it? We are still stealthed right now. There you go. Ooh, we being shot at? We're invisible. Maybe not. Alright, that was not amplified by... Oh, well, game on then. Cross down. Here we go. Booyakasha. Ooh, and level up. Thank you. Take that. Put some dots on them. Burn them down a bit. The area. Weapons and ammo and credits, and that'll do.
Credits! Take your best shot.
And hover, hover. Oh, no, come on. Hover. There we go. Boom. Yes, we are. Oh, you sneaky little devil. Yeet. Stuff. Cross down. Oh, I nearly shot Androsia.
Give up already.
It's funny, you do get these guys that we can take out really quick, but there's other ones super tough. I don't know what our scanner is beeping about though either. Just radiation in general, maybe. Coming through here? Yes, we are. All the way down. Ooh. Blow up some stuff that's given them all weakened a bit, and we'll push in and finish him off. This thing should be making him bleed. Oh, this weapon shoots super redonkulously fast right now. Oh, we've been... afflictions have gotten worse. Holy balls, this shoots fast.
Everyone run! Run!
Where are you? There you are.
You cannot beat me!
You tell him. There we go. Still some more red dots in our compass.
I should have trained more.
Should have trained more. Take all the weapons, credits, and ammo. Oh, what have we got in here? A skill mag. The rune scripture. Increases sneak bonus. Thank you very much. Next, what else is glowing for us in here? Ooh, heretic writings. Contraband. Is there so much rune stuff in here? Very on theme. Very shattered space expansion coming up in our playthrough. Weapon ammos. Yep, everything's reloaded. Oh! Did not see you. We never liked them anyway. Oh, we did you a favor, did we? saw a person back there somewhere. Anyway, alright, in here. Oh, heat leech just spawned out of... Odd, is it? Oh, that's interesting.
Found me a target.
Did you now?
Open up! Now!
Sneak attack. Oh, I bet that hurt. Getting radiation warnings. Do need to deal with some first aid though. We've got pain and a whole bunch. Okay, so we need one of those and some antibiotics. There we go. I have extreme affliction mode on in the vanilla settings, but very manageable. A little bit of extra XP and a little bit of extra challenge and realism. Let's blow that up. Let's get some burning happening for some of you. Where did Andrasia go? There she is. See, I did have her bug out when I was doing a bounty mission. In between streams. Whoop, 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 where are you? And you eat lots of borets. So many borets. Oh, he's down.
I got my damned arm!
Kill the leader. Ah, he was the leader. Let's do our area loot then. Get all this stuff from everyone. All right. Do I have a Beowulf? Don't have it bound to my hotkey anymore. Yep, I'm a terrible sniper. Oh, that works. Where'd that guy come from? Random dude falls from the ceiling. In the area, thank you.
Can't fool me! Just die already!
Spacer Savage.
Get him!
We can't do a takedown because he's in combat. Alright, quest objective is to do what? Click this button apparently. It doesn't say why. Oh, we got to intercom and then finish the research or something, right? Okay. There's a cutter, which we don't want. We'll take some credits though.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher.
Right.
Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Okay. The other good stuff in here. Actually didn't get injured too much on the way in for a change. Cool. New rare crafting materials. Have to take those. Advanced shock troop. Space helmet. Some value. Ooh. Keycard. I would have missed that if it weren't for the glowiness. Glowy mod for the win. Alright, which way? This way. Okay. Aqueous. Okay, and now go put it in a machine. This machine, this old thing.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis.
What the effort?
Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
Okay, nothing like automated research. Need to come.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Yep, we got it. Alright, we go. Ta-da! Deep Mines employee exit, and what is going on here? My car nearby? Oh, despawned the vehicle. Or we just came out nowhere. Oops, over there somewhere. What's this? Turn the data to Cambridge. That's just going to take us back down. Yeah. Sometimes this navigation doesn't work too well. We get back inside the Sidonia settlement, right? Probably could have just fast traveled to the car now that I think about it. Anyway, we got it. Quick save. Okie dokie. Perfect parking. Interesting. My vehicle remote is not unequipping problem. Need to update the script on that bad boy. Alright. Find Percival. It's freaking out next to the door. So you can go in the elevator. Or you can jump on down.
Very practical to seal this off and make it habitable. Also rather visually pleasing.
Here he is.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
I can be persuasive. Yeah, you don't want me to ask for money?
You can try if you feel confident, but I didn't want to push our luck. Besides, if that drug gets big, I think everyone benefits. So, you think you can sell him on it?
I've been maximizing shareholder dividends since before you were apprenticing at lactation consumption. Wow, that's very wordy.
Yes, that's perfect. You're gonna do great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Oh, so we got the formula to craft it now too. Alright, well that's kind of handy, I guess. I still don't like the Trade Authority making money off of their hard work, but anyway. I do like the corpo speak, saying, I've been convincing people since before you were breastfed, son. Alright, main save. Let's make a pitch. Octai.
Was there something else?
Hey, Drugs. Grizz, welcome. Alrighty. I have a business proposal for you. A lucrative one.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Alright, a new proprietary aqueous hematite-based chem. Cheap and highly effective.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
All of the stuff? Huh, industrialists, the background pays off. I have a scientific proof here that'll increase a miner's efficiency overnight.
15%?
Yep.
Sounds promising. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard.
What have we got? Yeah. All those spaces are very, very dead. You're welcome.
Is that so?
Yep.
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened, thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed.
Yeah.
And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
I want to cut. Ooh. Oh, credits and mounds of them. Okay. I want the sort of payment discovery like this merits, and Percival's debt cleared, or I walk.
Now, let's not do anything hasty. We can certainly accommodate those requests. I'll wire you the payment personally. And your friend Percival? Well, consider his debt cleared. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts.
Right.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
$9,000. Thank you.
This is a courtesy reminder.
Okie dokie. So Great Minds Grizz, you would have chosen the same option? Excellent. We do have very great and aligned minds.
Please exercise caution near balcony edges.
Talk to Lou behind the bar. All sorted. Hey, what do you think, Mr. Cambridge?
Give Percival my best when you see him.
We will. Yeah, we still got to find him. Lou!
Yeah?
Alright, I took care of Percival's debt to the Trade Authority.
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs.
Some of them.
Yeah. The passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Oh, we got 500 credits too. Alright, can we fast travel? Deep mines, employee exit. Yes, we can. Back to the exit. Hey, shortcuts. Well, that paid off. Doing this route also clears and turbocharges the next phase. Alright. And now the scanner does not know. Oh, there it does. This way. Up. Across. I don't know where I'm going. Assuming we're going all the way down here. Ooh, that's the key. Okay. Could do a save. Let's find this guy. Need to get his help to help with the Terrormorph tissue sample investigation stuff. Ooh, there's another one of these. That's what spawned a heat leech earlier, right? Now, Grizz, you haven't done this. Most have you? We run around. We can jump across. Have the technology. Have the boost packs. We have the deluxe dynamic boost packs. There is more hematite. There's a whole bunch down here. I don't know if we actually want this to create the stuff we learned to create or not. Guess we'll grab a few whilst we're here. You've done some parts of this. Okay, cool. That's where we've got to get to. The scanner's trying to route us a long way around.
This must be the place. Power is still on, at least partially. Shall we see if anyone is home?
We shall, Andrasia, we shall, and we shall do it by shortcutting our way across. Boost packs. Ta-da!
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the Trade Authority.
Yeah.
Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor.
Also true, sir.
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
You know how long it took me to find you? Take this. No, I won't do that one. Alright, I'm here to make a delivery from an old colleague of yours, Adrian Sanon.
Adrian sent you?
Yep.
Did she look okay?
Combat medic. Her wounds were substantial but not life-threatening. Lucky for a tingling... Oh, yeah, lucky for tangling with a Terrormorph, so she got off lucky.
A Terrormorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way?
Well, anomalous Terrormorph sample. Specimen was found on Tau Ceti 2.
Tau Ceti?
Mm-hmm.
That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terrormorph.
Yeah.
Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you come all the way for this, Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Alright. I am super interested to know what the deal is. In we go. Okay. The only bit of the quest I've done in a previous playthrough is the initial one with Hadrian.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the dead. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Well, it did make it sound like it was going to benefit everyone, so... That's why I was convinced to...
Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate.
Okay.
Hadrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Okay, well, the samples... Okay, so Hadrian wasn't mistaken. That sample is a concern.
She was disconcertingly correct. Trying little habit of Hadrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least.
This is not an episode of Punk'd. The sample's not fake. I collected it from the Terrormorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh?
Nope.
This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terrormorph attack in human history.
Mm-hmm.
I presume you've heard of Londinian.
I have. Yes. Ooh, let's do the xenobiologist version. I believe there was a journal article describing the Terrormorph attacks there. A real loss.
That's putting it mildly. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large.
Yep.
Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one.
Interesting.
I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terrormorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terrormorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
To fix it, I guess? Alright, so you said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terrormorph so scary?
Because until now, the Terrormorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Was contained. Okay, well, orders to take you and that analysis to Hadrian. She should be waiting at the 6th circle.
The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Okay, we've got a Red Devil's HQ key now. Alright. Oh, that's right, he did say, or someone said this was their old headquarters. It's very foggy. Alright, which way is back? This way. This is... Yoink. And yoink. You got the glowy mod cooking yet, Grizz? In your playthrough? I love it. I'm biased, but I love it. So we're gonna go back to Sidonia, right? Yeah, we can fast travel there, can't we? Yes, we can. Unimmersively fast travel. We do, however, have to go through the slow airlock loading door. That's it. Glowy good? Yeah. Glowy very good. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on another particular helpful paid mod, and the glowy factor was going to be part of that. However, after seeing visually impaired people posting on Reddit looking for help and mod suggestions, like, oh, I can't make it a paid mod if it's going to help visually impaired people. Free mod it is. I'll do something else with my other planned helpful mod. Oh, we just jump off the edge. It's more fun to jump off the edge for this one. Oh, he's no longer following us. Is it because... Oh, here's Hadrian.
Really her?
There she is.
Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Well, Hadrian is looking in better health and condition now. That's nice. And thank you, Chris. Yes, I am a lovely person. Adrian, what is... Oh, hang on. Let's do a main save.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
Too much trouble is exactly how I describe the experience I just had.
That's definitely not what I thought I was signing you up for. But thank you. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terrormorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Okay, so the Cabinet, what's that? I actually don't know.
The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body.
Right.
The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
Oh, okie dokie. And what's the Armistice Archives, and what's it got to do with the Freestar Collective and House Varun?
Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the Armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations.
We learned
The
about
UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
That sounds juicy. Don't tell me that the Xeno warfare thing was related to Terrormorphs. That would be very stereotypical. Okay, well, I'm going to skip that one. Okay, this doesn't sound like any run-of-the-mill data you're after. I'll take that explanation now, please.
Of course. You deserve the full story.
Yes, we do.
Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
So what does that make you two now? Is the UC going to throw me in prison for helping you?
No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time.
Okay, still doesn't explain what the data about Terrormorphs is doing in the archives.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terrormorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. Right. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, so the xeno-warfare thing was not using Terrormorphs, just other nasty aliens to throw them on the battlefield. Alright. And Grizz, the UC sound like dicks? No, to me they don't sound like any more dicks than any other government body at this stage. They kind of... Well, maybe it was the military that got these guys doing that stuff. Maybe the government didn't know, but definitely as part of the armistice, they had to give it all up. And there were a few people who had to stand some kind of trial as well, if I remember, from the Hall information booths when we first started this quest line. Anyway, and why should I trust you with this data? How do I know it's not dangerous?
Because the Terrormorph project was doomed from the start. Terrormorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat.
That's right, they meant to be
Trust
really
us. We tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-warfare logo on it. You have my word. It's not a threat.
Okay, but yeah, Terrormorphs, they are meant to be smart, aren't they? So why wouldn't the cabinet agree to help us then?
I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's going to be up to us to get them on board.
Well, we do have a diplomatic background as well, because we've been through the Unity many times, many universes, incorporating a piece of ourselves from each one. We can do it. Okay. Alright, well, I'm not thrilled about you keeping information from me, but I guess I can help you.
That's all I'm asking. Thank you. Now I need to get this work up in the cabinet's hands. Once that's done, I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Oh, that gave us $14,000 and a little bit of XP. So back to Meet Hadrian in New Atlantis, Mast District. Well, we can fast travel there then. And so Grizz, the Spacers have the right idea. Kill them all and take what's left. Hey, you fancy yourself a bit of a spacer, do you? I don't like spacers. Oh, we've got contraband on us. We have contraband. Why can't I zoom out? There we go. Let's go to the wolf system and sell off our contraband. One piece of contraband, is it even worth it? Oh, we're gonna do it anyway. There's a question though, of the factions. United Colonies, Freestar Collective, or House of Varun. Who do you most like and or identify with? So for me, definitely not House Varun, being religious zealots. Well, although some of them not zealots now.
Docking complete.
But it's going to be interesting to learn more about them in the expansion. And you got the Freestar Collective, which is very sort of American Wild West frontier kind of themed, about freedom, everyone for themselves kind of stuff.
Was there something you needed?
What do you have for sale?
Yes, of course.
And let us sell to you, please, sir. Take that. And got some weapons to offload. Let's get rid of all of these things we don't need. All this junk we picked up off spaces. Quantum edged. Nope. Alright, we're done. That was a bit of offloading. Let's go back to mast. You see a rich but dicks, Varun a dicks, Council of dicks, Freestar Collective are cool, you reckon? Dick shot for Grizz. I like parts of the Freestar Collective, but I find them a little bit too preachy in their freedomness, as it is still very much every man for themselves kind of thing. But the Wild West theme is kind of fun though, like Space Cowboy, that is fun, I do have to admit. If I was genuinely the character that we are playing, I guess Freestar Collective would be it.
United Colony space. Maintain current.
However, for me, in the real world, being the real person that I am, I think UC is probably more my jam.
Clear to land at New Atlantis.
There is more, admittedly, there is more government controls and stuff, but people tend to have happier, safer lives, not having to fend everything for themselves. List, he thinks he's a real boy. List, don't know that I'd want to be like a settler and a pioneer. That sounds like a hard life. One thing I do want to understand a bit more is about the UC with its upper and lower, because there's a lot of government stuff. So there's like high taxes, a lot of rules and regulations, but people are pretty safe, pretty protected, they have good lives. But what's the deal with those in the well? Why don't they have the same kind of quality of life? I don't understand that. I need to learn a bit more about that.
Captain! Over here!
Yeah, hello. So maybe that would change my mind about the UC if I learn more about that. That is one hell of a hat you are wearing there. Alright, Hadrian.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Yes.
So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
Ooh.
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place.
Right.
I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon.
Wow.
One-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War. Former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
I have to admit, I absolutely did not see that coming. Alright. Hadrian Sinon is a clone of sorts, because she's a woman and she's cloned from a man anyway. One of the great military leaders of old. So you're a clone of a man. How's that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world.
Right.
He and I are different on more than a few levels.
You can imagine.
But there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Well, if it's any consolation, we are hanging out with another version of ourselves on our crew. Oof, are there any others from your program that are still out there? Any other clones?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
Interesting. Oof, this Vae Victus guy must have been an impressive commander for the UC to want to clone him.
He would have happily told you he was one of the greats.
Right.
Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war.
Yep.
The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there.
Really?
I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Well, that is very good forewarning. Thank you very much. What did your father do to merit being executed? Because this was touched on in the Hall of Orientation. I didn't go into detail. What did he do?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
In his defense, not the Londinian thing, that's still a tough decision to make anyway, but yeah, probably maybe could have been more heroic on that one. But didn't the Freestar Collective use a fleet of their civilian ships as a shield? So if you have to shoot through them to then get to the military ships, isn't it also half the Freestar Collective's fault? Or am I not quite understanding that correctly? Oh, there we go. Alright, what have we got here? Okay. You, Adrian, are not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, then it's... No, I'm talking. I'm getting there. You are not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, then it's their problem, and it's not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
Holding a grudge against where a person comes from, that is both ignorant and cruel.
Just the way things are sometimes. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time.
Nope.
No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
We're pretty focused on this, but we do have some questions. Alright, so the red eyes, that's from the devil stuff, but let's ask her. And so the devil stuff, like the red devils, the dust on Mars, I think, is what does it? Well, let's ask Adrian, your eyes. They're red. Is that the result of the cloning process?
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
I'm guessing it never fades away then. Alright, are you willing to tell me anything more about your father?
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault.
Sounds about right.
In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking that she's been cloned from him well after he's gone, but I mean, the war only ended 19 years ago, so she's at least slightly older than that, so he was around initially. Okay. Any suggestions on what I should say to the cabinet?
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terrormorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Okay, so honestly, what are the risks with us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed.
Eye strain.
The Terrormorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Duly noted. All right, I'm guessing we got to do some debating. This has some Dragon Age Landsmeat vibes to it. All right, I don't have any other questions.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
It is definitely our cue, and you know what? We are going to put on some apparel that suits. We have something that boosts our persuasion. There we go. Which one? Yeah, this one. We are dressed fancy-like, ready for diplomacy and persuasion with our very slick gown, our weird plated gauntlet things, and our glowy fluoro knuckles and sneakers. Very formal, very diplomatic. So we're going to go in here and push the button. Interstellar Affairs. And we will do a hard save. Follow Hadrian in. And where is... There she is. Oh, after you. Brazier is here, yep. This is very Mass Effect-like, the way this was set up, with a podium standing area and a panel of probably dickheads. Let's see.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report.
Mm-hmm.
You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terrormorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Well, firstly, why did your voice change partway through? But anyway. Ooh, remind me what's kept in these archives? No, we just learnt about that. I'm just here to talk about what happened. Adrian's one of the plans. We need archival data to find a way to stop an apocalypse. We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. Can't make it. Alright, we need the archival data to find a way to stop a possible Terrormorph apocalypse.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting.
Alright, there's always one of these.
I would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy. Terrormorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terrormorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yeah. What are we going to say? We've got Xenobiologist and Beast Hunter. Alright, so a standard Terrormorph never should have been seen on Tau Ceti. We could be facing a true threat here. So the typical thing is they show up 70 to 80 years after colonization of a new area. This has only been like 19 or 20 years or something, right? So yeah, we could be facing a new threat here. Something is definitely off.
I didn't realize the captain was such an expert. But it's a compelling point, Madam President. A Terrormorph doesn't care about factional boundaries. And as the captain says, we can say definitively this is no normal Terrormorph. The other factions are as at risk as we are.
That's
true.
True.
Point indeed.
Very true.
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yeah. Doing nothing, even with the limited knowledge we have, would be irresponsible.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it?
It does.
Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
What?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terrormorphs.
Really?
Terrormorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Convenient.
Oh no. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself.
Good.
Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well, you're lucky you have us.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Hadrian is following us. Andrasia is also following us. Ooh. Actually, can we talk to them first?
I hope you're ready to get what you asked for.
President.
The commanding officer should be able to get you up to speed.
Okay.
I'll speak to your commanding officer personally once this is done.
Okay. And Adrian.
We're needed down at the spaceport.
All right, let's go. Let's get going. Oh, more security piles in. Very good. Save down to the train station. And
you! The EM rifle, grab it!
oh,
Stop!
yoink.
That's it. We're trying now to hit him with everything you've got.
Oh, we meant to use that. EM. Somehow this is an EM rifle. Is this something you can fit to an Orion? Is it? You can change the beams. All right. Non-killy. All right, time to pacify everyone.
Target down.
Ow.
I make this look easy.
You make it look easy. Why is he not getting...
Should have fought first.
No. All right, thank you, Hadrian or Andrasia, whoever did that. These guys are still... All right. Weird. Cool. Thanks. Aim better, shoot less. I don't know, man. Like, EM damage is so low. Especially, I've got no skill points in it.
They could not hope to win, so they fled.
What is our objective? Assess the situation at the Nat station. Are we... Have we bugged the quest? Because we may have accidentally shot one of these officers.
I'll be all right. Nothing a bucket of med packs won't fix.
All of you fuckers are meant to be knocked out, and they're not. Yeah, something's wrong.
One less target.
How about now?
Thank you.
Got it. Alright. Well, that did nothing. Did we talk to... Everything else is handled. Who else has got a thing? Adrian?
Come on, let's talk to the officers.
It's like she keeps getting interrupted. What happens? We... What are you wielding? Are you... Is it... I think it's Andrasia's fault.
I got you.
Look out, Andrasia. I reckon she is... Alright, let's just keep shooting him till we get the DM knockout. Andrasia is hitting them. Which is... That's it. That one. Now they're knocked out. Can we do a takedown? No. Alright, that's probably the issue. Because they're not properly knocked out, and Andrasia keeps... Man, this does so little. She's hitting them. And because they're protected, they're... Maybe I should give her this weapon, and I'll use my own... I do have another EM weapon. So that got a sneaky attack. try this one.
I'd love to meet the person who taught you to do that.
Your enemies might disagree.
Can I just do a takedown? No, I can't. So I've got my takedowns mod, but they have to be not in combat for that to work. This quest is terrible at high level. Look at the tiny amount of... Alright, let me switch to my... I have a Nova Blast somewhere. Try that. Nova... Nope. It's like a calibrated or modified Nova... Shit. I have too many weapons in my inventory and I can't see it. Don't think... Oh, I definitely... Oh! There's a chance of I sold it accidentally. Yeah, I reckon I got rid of it when I was bulk selling weapons. Cool. Alright, we're stuck using this thing then until we get everyone knocked out. Alright. Now it's got it. Weird, clunky quest. Okay. Now they're all knocked out. Can we talk?
Thank you for what you did.
Nailed it.
We didn't want to hurt them.
Yep.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terrormorph's influence, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terrormorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Okie dokie. So you suggesting that Terrormorphs can control someone's mind?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior. The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly.
Right.
Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terrormorph.
Really noted. Okay. So does this mean I need to worry about you turning on me then?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terrormorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Okie dokie. Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
We shall. I would like to modify this weapon to be more powerful somehow. Do we spend... Hang on, where is it? There's EM weapon systems. There's an EM skill set somewhere. EM weapons do 5%, 10%, 15% more damage. Oof. We may as well unlock it because at least to advance the challenges, we need to be taking people out with EM damage. We do have my takedowns mod though, so if we can sneak up on someone who is not in combat, we can one-hit them. I want a crafting bench. Alright. Spaceport, please.
Did you hear something?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
Stash it? You mean...
Evacuation order has been issued for the Spaceport District. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Oh, the sky's different and everything. What are we doing, Hadrian?
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
All right. Time to fight a real Terrormorph. Some real bullets. Whoa! What was that? Oh, that is one scary boy. Oh, punch it. That's it. Got it.
We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the ground, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Locked and loaded. Speak to the fire team, and we are also going to take all of these juicy supplies, because you never know what we might need. Yoinkity, yoinkity, yoink. Thank you. And let's put our other apparel back on, because we don't need to be diplomatic. We need to be cool and stuff. Alright. So after all that, we are not taking down civilians. That's a big weapon.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terrormorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight.
That's what she said.
Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
And you're sure you're not going to turn on us out there?
We're not afraid. But we'll stay here and hold the line if that's what you want.
Yeah.
You're the experts.
I think we will do that. That way we don't risk them getting hurt. We don't risk them getting turned. We'll handle this. You two stay put.
Your call. We're on the line.
Yeah, he is so gonna turn on you. Yeah, not if we tell him to stay here. Hey, look, there's our ship. Can I get on? Can I board the ship? Can I board our ship? We can board our ship. Problem is, I don't have any resources for craft. I thought I'll board our ship and use the workbenches. But I can't use the workbenches with no resources because all the crafting resources are at the lodge. Alright, saddle up. What are we fighting here? That is appearing to be a... Is that thing asleep? Can we scan it? We cannot. If we whip out our instigating... Oh, that hurt. Oh, we ran out of ammo somehow. Alright. Eat that. Yeah. Ooh. Let's hover in our boost pack. Set him on fire a bunch. That thing's out of ammo. Switch to the other gun.
Doubt they'll trouble us anymore.
Many bullets. Reload this other one, please. This spaceport has definitely seen better days. Right. How about sniping with our Beowulf? Nope, nope. Because I don't have my Beowulf bound. I do now. What do you use for sniping, Grizz? You'd probably like a Beowulf. Ooh, we can blow up that fuel tank. Whoa! he's gonna blow him up himself. This is not sniping well enough. Alright. Look out. There we go. In the face. Come on. Leave them alone. Fight us. Yeah, we got you. Oh! These are red buggers too. I don't know what that means, but that is gross.
The rest of the ship, can we speak for a moment?
And scary.
I'm hit!
Good one.
Andreja wishes to speak more. Not right now, Andreja. We've got more important things to do. Alright, I thought we were going to have to venture out further, but that wasn't too bad. Yumi! Sergeant Yumi!
Guess they weren't kidding about you two.
Yep.
Universe put the right people in the right place.
Okay. Just remember, you all in a day's work here, Sergeant.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terrormorphs have been dealt with.
Now.
Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Okay, so we're getting back on the train, are we? I wasted a skill point thinking we were going to have to take down lots of civilians.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
You guys okay?
It moved so fast.
Am I going to be all right?
You'll be fine.
In the middle of something here.
Yeah, right. And you? Let's just go.
You're not the doctor.
Yeah, but we do have combat medic training. I'm assuming all of these places are sealed off. Yes, they are. No access to the well. Alright. On the train. Terrormorph discovered. Let's go. Back to mast. On a must. Hadrian's a clone. I would not have expected that. Not have predicted that. Now where are we headed?
You're cleared to head back up.
Thank you. As our followers, we go interstellar affairs. This way? No, through there. Alright, are we going to have to argue and persuade anyone? Probably not.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today.
Yes.
As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terrormorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll take my gratitude in credits, real estate, or luxury goods.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet.
Right.
You will have our full support in collecting the Terrormorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major.
Major?
As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball.
Right. Right.
Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Of course. Me? Why not send a diplomat? Someone trained for this sort of thing.
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terrormorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
Of course they do. Well, we do also have a diplomat background, so that'll help as well. Okay. Tell me what I'm getting first, and I'll consider... No, we are going to do this. All right, if you're sure that's the wisest course of action, sign me up.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Oh.
Get you access to those credits and real estate you're after.
Right.
So, will you help us?
A Thane. Thane of New Atlantis sounds like a pretty good title, right? So what do I get for being a UC citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city.
Okay.
We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC.
Don't care.
There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet.
Care.
Above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
You can count on me, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Ooh, that was a good paycheck. Chunk
I'm
of
gonna go
XP.
check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start
Right.
getting a plan together for that data.
Alright, very good. Andrasia said she wanted to chat as well. So I guess... Well, let's chat now, because we do want to progress our friendship.
I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life.
Right.
You told me that fun was important. I assumed you were joking and dismissed it out of hand. But, having thought about it, I wonder now if you were right. Or at least, if I were too quick to reject the idea. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it.
Oh, okay. Ooh, big life choices. Well, definitely fun needs to be part of your life, not just duty. There's no point in living if you don't get to enjoy being alive. Not that that's an endorsement for doing things if you're not having a good time, because remember, sadness and depression is always temporary. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're just bound by duty the whole time for your entire life, I guess there's purpose, but not quite as fulfilling. Okay, what have we got? Doesn't matter, there's no way to change the past. If it got you here, then it was right. Yeah. Well, if it got you here, then it was the right choice.
There more?
No, if it got you here, then it was right, Andrasia.
Thank you. I have always believed, no, hoped, that is true. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet, I find myself increasingly compelled to do so. To make sense of myself.
Lots of, soul searching. Ooh, we can even use a Starborn hint. You'll tell me when you're ready, and it'll be fine.
Perhaps now is a good time to start then. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence.
Okay. Hard to believe your family would put you through that.
We were taught from a very young age that family always comes first, and no price is too great to pay to ensure its survival. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning.
We're social creatures. Life is better when we're surrounded by others. It's just in our nature.
Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea. But therein lies my concern. Being a part of Constellation, traveling with you, I have been questioning a great many things. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others.
Okay, well. Well, I'm here for you if you need me.
I appreciate that more than you know.
Okie dokie. Just questioning her background. Yes, being... Well, we'll learn more about her Varun backgrounds in good time.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
That was a very awkward way to push that intercom button. Alright, lady.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terrormorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yes, we do. Okay, they're repositories for all the banned data from the Colony War.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players.
Yes.
Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
We'll get it. We got the skills. What can you tell me about these codes? Can we just forge them?
No. Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times.
Of course.
They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
What if something happens to the ambassadors? How does it work then? You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
We'll get
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with.
Right.
Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
This quest has a lot more talking and diplomacy than I thought it would, but anyway. Okay, let's go with House Va'ruun first.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Va'ruun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Va'ruun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Alright, why? What's wrong with House Va'ruun?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Va'ruun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Va'ruun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
And we will uncover more about this, hopefully, in the DLC expansion, because yes, there's only the ambassador from House Va'ruun that's left. All of them disappeared or retreated. And Cradle Robert joins us with a raid. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in, everyone. Are you also playing through Starfield at the moment? Are you in the Shattered Space expansion? We're doing the Terrormorph quest line as a bit of a preparation activity because I've never seen it, never done it. We're hanging out with Andrasia to try and get our relationship up with her before we step into the expansion. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing so far. And there's a lot more dialogue than I anticipated. I thought there'd be more combat, considering this is a Vanguard military quest line. Anyway, all right. All right. I'm sure it can be reasoned with. House Va'ruun are people just like us.
Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
Right.
Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Right.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
What do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin.
Right.
If we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Okie dokie. So are you saying that no one has actually been inside the embassy?
The embassy is still legally House Va'ruun sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside.
Right.
We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
Okay. And what kinds of life signs did you actually detect in the embassy?
The Va'ruun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Right, okay. Well, I'll track him down.
I have no doubt.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Okie dokie. Can we jump straight into it? Do we have to ask about the Freestar Collective first before we can do it? No, we do have to ask. That's going to be annoying because I'm going to forget all the Va'ruun stuff.
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Yes, tell me about Radcliffe of Freestar Collective.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran, of the colony war, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Really?
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Ooh, bit of sneaky. Diplomat option, we can say, sounds like we need some leverage over Ambassador Radcliffe.
Said like you've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
Ooh.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What can you tell me about this staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Okay. Any other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Duly noted. All right, that's all the info we need.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
I was going to do... All right, we'll do them first and then Varun afterwards then. Oh, and we'll take magazine for perk bonuses. Thank you very much. All right, let's continue. That stopped glowing, or is it not a real intercom? Okay, let's...
I suppose that is ours now. Eh?
Oh, lucky no one was looking. That was stealing. Why was that classed as stealing? All right. No one busted us. We're all good. No bounties, no trouble. So, we do have to go to the Freestar Collective first. That's kind of annoying. Are they on Aquila or are they here? Oh no, they are here. Okay. So everyone is... up to Twala's office then. Alright, let's try it. They have a building. I thought I was actually going to have to go to Aquila. Why are all of the Armistice keys on the same planet? Isn't that kind of dumb? Risky from everyone else's perspective? Alright, so in here, we're going to have to be sneaky. Are we not?
You are a visitor?
Yes.
You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Thank you. There was talk about getting something from her quarters or something for some leverage. Even though she may not like it. What are these doors?
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Ooh, vent. That leads somewhere juicy. Well, we may not... Oh, everything's stealing here. Alright, don't steal stuff, she said. Don't cause trouble.
Terrormorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Strategic advantage, Ambassador.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
We sure are. And we're going to put on our fancy attire to go with it. Ambassador, let's chat.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Yes, we do, actually. Oh, you seem like a lady who wants to stop more Terrormorph attacks. Well, I've got a deal for you.
What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terrormorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Oh, you do not need to be a dick. Okay. Well, you need to help us, otherwise any more deaths are on your hands.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
We are merely stating the obvious. If you are threatened by that, perhaps you should do something about it. Like, help us.
And just give the UC free run of the archives? I may as well resign right now. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Okay. Are you serious? There was just an attack on the city. You're really not going to help us?
No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all.
The war is still fresh. Alright, let's try... It's still stuff cause trouble. I just saw your comment. Sorry, Chris. Let's try some persuasion then.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
Oh, I understand. But please. Ooh. What if I told you that Terrormorphs couldn't be weaponized? Would that change your mind?
You have my answer. Now, please take the hint.
Alright. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
Or we can try and bribe her. How we got 3 turns to try and get lots of points. Negotiation. Oh, again, we can bribe. I do need to get some more bribing progression. Alright, hey, don't worry. I take care of my friends. You know what I mean? Here's 4,000 credits.
I think we can work something out.
We did get skill progression. Okie dokie. Now, we can tap into our Freestar Collective alternate self background. The Collective's my home, Ambassador. I just want what's best for it. And that is working with the UC.
In the end, we all just want to be safe in our little fiefdoms, don't we?
We do,
well,
I guess.
Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these Terrormorphs.
Yes.
The monitors will make sure of it.
Right.
You go in once. You get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Yeah, I think that actually is fair. Cool. Agreed.
Excellent. Follow me.
Alright, we didn't need to do the whole espionage thing and steal something and threaten her. We just got our persuasiveness on and a bit of bribing. So I do have in our social thing, we do need to do some more bribes in order to... What the hell is it? One of these is... negotiation. Occasionally, bribery won't cost any money. Anyway, it's a skill. I do eventually want to get all skills unlocked, so we do want to seize that opportunity when it arises. Okay, where are we going, Radcliffe?
They tell me it should only take a moment.
Pharmacist code machine.
And there.
Okay.
Code generators just this way.
Yeah, I know. Here.
Don't make me regret this, Captain. It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
Okay, now time to get the Varun code. This might be more interesting. Where does this take us? Oh, this is her quarters. This is where... Oh, personal groomer? I didn't even know that existed in the game. Oh, that's good that she looks after herself. Assuming the juicy information is going to be inside the safe.
I'm impressed.
Nope, it's just a bunch of money, but we'll take it.
I could not accomplish that.
Don't remember. Random pill bottle. No, that's not it. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh. Explorer pack. Nope. I don't know. Maybe this is not where it was going to be. Or maybe it's despawned because we don't need it as part of the quest. Can't access her computer. Alright, let's just get on with it. Let's go. Whoops, excuse me, sir. Let's go, Andresia. To the Varun embassy. This could be interesting. Varun is stuff we are indeed interested about. Interested in.
I cannot help but notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Very likely. Where is this? I don't think I've ever been in here. Ooh, this is the embassy. It was locked. This is gonna be a bit different. It is definitely overgrown, like she said. This is got Fallout vibes. This is absolutely trashed. What in the hell? Some cred sticks. Don't mind if I do. Take some of those. Thank you very much. Alright. House Varun Embassy.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
Yep. This has definitely gone into ruin. So they would have withdrawn just after the war ended, right? So 15 to 19 years ago. What have we got here? What does the security computer tell us? Oh, turrets. Update friend and foe. So we are now friendly to any
I
turrets
never
we
had the
might find.
patience for computer systems.
That's inaccessible. Intercom is there, and some chems, a weapon. Let's drink that. And be hydrated. Okay. Oops. Save. Power switch. Interesting. What does the intercom say first? Throw the power switch. It is very creepy and ominous, but in we go.
Decades unsupervised, and it seems this tree has decided it now owns this place.
So this will be native trees and fauna from Dazra, right? Super. Whoa! Wow, what was that? It was a Varun robot. Ooh, there is something hostile. Ooh. Friendly turret. Oh, our sound is muffled. That's interesting. Can we interact with this? No. So I think he's been living in seclusion ever since. What did he do for supplies and stuff? There's a magazine. We'll take that. Extra damage to melee. Melee sneak attacks.
I'm gonna take more than that!
No, we got him. Let's see, places mannequins everywhere. Nova Blast Disruptor. I've got another Nova Blast now. But if the Orion, is it? Laser weapon can be fitted out for EM damage. Maybe there's a way I could just boost that somehow.
Spoils of victory.
Actually, never looked
they
in.
amount to something.
I've never looked into achieving high amounts of EM knockout damage using ranged weapons. Check it out. These are interesting statues. It's of serpent, memorabilia, paraphernalia. It's probably more of the word. Okay, apparently that turret's not friendly. Some of these robots have been taken out from our other turret hacking, so that's kind of funny. Now, stealthy weapon. Head stick. Bandages. Some food. Assuming we go down those stairs. Oh, back over there. Well, we'll just investigate down the stairs then. Inaccessible. Alright. It's up in the fog. Where are you? Still some other hostiles in the air. Whoa, ho, ho. Steady on there. The robots are so quiet, which is weird. Look at this fog. This weird fog dulling our senses and sound. Very strange sensation. What's in here? Is this another computer we can hack into? Maybe. Deactivate, update, recalibrate. Let's have them all on our side, shall we? It's going to be another door open now, right? That door we saw earlier downstairs, perhaps? This one? That's friendly. Hidden cred stick. Glowy stuff reveals the truth. There we go. All right. Still inaccessible, okay. Yeah. What do you say? Rude. This bad boy open. What is it going to do? No signal. Alright, it's already been shot. We already broke the turrets it controls. Now, do we go down to the stairs we found down here? Yep. Basement. Basement help eliminate? Ooh. Look out. Ooh, you guys look creepier than normal robots somehow. Being all skinny and lanky. Approach the stranger.
Winner. Good one.
Why are there all these weird supplies everywhere?
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Were you trapped by all of those? What's the deal? What have you been building? Well, nothing else is glowing, so nothing of interest. Ambassador's suit. Take that. That sounds fun. Alright, hard save. Talk to the ambassador.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Nah, it's not too bad, but what's the deal about this venom tree? That's pouring clouds upstairs. Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Pretty interested, though. But is that what happened here? A power surge?
I take it you didn't have such an experience where you were, then, hmm? Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling the venom tree's filters, and arming the defenses. A disconcerting experience, to say the least. Was the rest of the city spared?
So, the power surge, or whatever, is what ended up him being trapped. So he hasn't been trapped the entire time he's been hiding here. It's just today since the Terrormorph attack. Alright. Okay, the spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terrormorphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code.
Yeah.
So the UC requires information, then?
Yes.
On terrormorphs, presumably, hmm?
Yes.
Do I see this all clearly?
Okie dokie. Correct. Going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
That is exactly the goal. You're saying knowledge can't be evil? What about the knowledge of, say, gunpowder?
A fine counterexample, responsible for the deaths of millions on ancient Earth. And, fireworks? Absolutely capable of being put to violence, but not evil in itself. And here you are with a similar conundrum. I might be willing to support you if I knew I would not be tarnishing the legacy of House Varun by doing so.
He's the most undickly so far. That's a good point, Grizz. He's, yeah, it's hard to dislike him, despite his religious traits. That's a good point. Okie dokie. Well, you have my word. I will make sure that it is used for good.
You have mine as well, for what that is worth.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Alright. Take us to your weird embassy machine. Ooh, and you've got a chest full of loot that we can apparently just take, so...
Let's hope it still works.
Yoink. Ooh, and there's a storeroom card. That's also not... None of this is stealing. Oh, that is stealing.
And... there.
Quickly do it whilst he's not looking. What's in this ambassador's safe? Although, given that he's not so dickish, probably don't really need to steal from him. leader.
Unlock that for a reason. Let us see what it is.
Thank you for the code, sir.
Will we all be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed? Something to think on.
So why did you oh, hang on. So what's it been like being from House Varun in New Atlantis?
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
Interesting. So, Grizz, it sounds like the Zealots are the dicks. Well, yeah, because they're the ones that are trying to continue the crusade to kill everyone who's not part of their religion. But, you know, a lot of religious people like this have other ways of being dicks, but he actually seems pretty okay, which is my bias is finding a little bit annoying, but yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Alright, so this Great Serpent you just mentioned, that's your god, right?
The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the Serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The Serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
Yeah, so I'm kind of convinced that there is or was some kind of actual being, because something weird did happen to the ship that disappeared and returned, and then formed House Varun as a result. We'll talk more about the lore when we get to the Shattered Space DLC, so I'm guessing there is some kind of entity or something that did happen. What it is, I don't know. What I'm interested to know is, did that being actually incite or instruct followers to start the religious crusade that they undertook? Or, like in most cases with religion, was it men being dicks, trying to seek power and justify it through religion? Don't know. We're not going to find that out today, but maybe we'll find out a bit more insight during the DLC expansion. We'll find out. Alright, so why did you stay behind, Ambassador?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
Very good, and Darius raids us as well. Thank you, Darius and Raiders. How is your session? What have you been up to, my friend? Darius Frost, please check out his channel if you haven't already on Twitch. He does lots of... Actually, you do lots of different games. You do a mixture of farm sim, RPG, survival games, a bit of everything, yeah? Oh, your internet's been trashy. Oh, that's so annoying. That will definitely kill the streaming vibe. I've had similar problems in the past with both either internet or hardware fails or whatever. It happens, unfortunately. Yeah, yep. All kinds of streams from Darius Frost, though. Awesome dude, part of our Crusader stream team. Please check him out. If you haven't already, you won't regret it. Welcome in. Yes, we are going through a strangely diplomatic questline as part of the Terrormorph Vanguard questline. I thought there's going to be a lot more action and fighting, but there's been a lot of talking and diplomacy, apparently. Alright, we're nearly heading back up. So, shortly after the armistice was signed by their new leader, after their previous one died, they formed the embassy, they formed the alliance, and then all of House Varun just withdrew, vanished, back to their home world. No one's seen most of them since, apart from the zealots that show up trying to attack everyone. This ambassador stayed behind as the last one. Weird. So why'd the rest of the embassy staff leave? Where did all of they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
Defensive tone, alright. Let's go. So Darius, your speed tests are fine, but you can't manage more than 3k output, even though speed test throws those 33k. It could be... Is that direct to Twitch, or is that via something like... Oh, antique videotape. Is that via something like Restream or something like that? Because it can sometimes be an issue with... So your connection to your internet and some other services are fine, but it can be routing from there to a certain service that might be not working properly. Such as, you know, YouTube or Twitch or something like that could be playing up. Direct to Twitch, but even YouTube is... Oh, okay. That's unusual. It shouldn't be both. You shouldn't have both of them acting up like that. Ooh, can we get a suit of Varun armor? We can. Advanced Varun spacesuit. Now this comes to us from Zone 79 and his awesome mods. I do like the look of the Varun spacesuit, and I think we will give this to Andrasia as her spacesuit. I will want to modify it first, so I won't give it to her just yet. I'll do that in between streams. Let's grab some of these rare crafting materials. Because we can. There's another Nova Blast. Master Safe.
Your skill with logs is admirable.
Thank you, Antrasia. This is the old security room. Interesting. Look at all the docile turrets. Alright, continue on we go. Yeah, Darius, that really sucks, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've had issues with connections between my ISP and myself. But then once that was all sorted, I have the occasional issues with Restream or Twitch, but it's rare to have across all of the providers like that. That is definitely hard to figure out. Alright, we need to take some kind of aid. What have we got? We've got some kind of infection. No, what have we got? It is bleeding and pain. Use some heal gel. Burns. We had burns. Okay, so that should be fixed now, right? So we risked with our bleeding becoming infected, so you can get more ailments if you're not careful. Is this the elevator? Definitely not. Where was the elevator? We did find one. Unless this is routing us a long way back. Yep, back to where we came in. Whatever, that's fine. We're here now. First floor, please. Continue a little bit further. We'll just finish off this stage of this quest, I think, and then we might need to disappear because it is getting late. Where are we headed?
To become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
Ah, Ryujin. Not today.
So how have you felt about the UC's response to the Terrormorph attacks?
On the record? What response?
I'm told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan in place to open the Armistice archives.
Unless that archive's full of ordnance, it's not enough.
I see. Well, thank you for taking the time.
Hey, publish what I said, all right? Something needs to be done.
Oh, I'm as concerned as you are. Thank you again for speaking with me.
All right, reporter. Disgruntled citizen, not doing enough, eh?
This attack has people really spooked, and who could blame them?
Yep. It's pretty scary. Don't worry, we saved the day. Let's go to the Cabinet for Interstellar Affairs. Oh, that looks like a good sandwich. Ambassador. Here we go.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With
did.
Radcliffe? And Balmore?
Mm-hmm.
We're all in agreement.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alrighty. Okay, what have we got? Balmore's alive, thanks to yours truly. And yes, I got his code.
You saved him. You Vanguard really do take that above and beyond thing seriously, don't you? Fine work. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, down to the archives. Get the stuff. Koala's office. Ground floor. Reminds me of the second Hellboy movie. So it was Prince Nuada. Sounds a lot like Tuala, but you know, kind of not at the same time. So another building over here that I've never been to. The Armistice Archives. I've never been here. I've never explored this area to stumble across this. Alright.
And after the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical. Cooperation between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening.
Good show, historian.
This is a place for quiet reflection, so please keep chatting to a minimum.
Yep, alright. We'll go on our merry way. Down to the archives, please. Secure the future, safeguard the past. Bit of mixture of Freestar and UC. Makes sense, I guess. Ooh. Are we good? Why is this room look like it's been ransacked?
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules.
Alright. You know, we can break in there. But we're not meant to.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance.
Okay.
You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Alright. Very formal. Chink. Freestar. And then UC. And Varun. In the trashed one. Yep, okay. So this is trashed because House Varun has disappeared, right?
Verified. Unlocking. You may proceed, Captain.
I still kind of want to know what's back there. It's still detected somehow.
Fighting alongside you is never dull.
There we go, now we're not. We do have maximum security skills, so we can break into anything. They're detected, we're not at... Oh, they don't even care that we're here. Just various staff areas. But this is... It's kind of funny. It's a classic example of this game. Like, there's this whole area that there's no point to going to. But the fact that it's here is kind of... Like, it is immersive in a way, and it's realistic. But... Yeah, and this is one of the things that's a bit divisive, I guess. Like, some people would say, well, why put this here? There's no point. But it's a facility that is manned constantly, and there's the, We're gonna have to break this open too. Okay. Makes sense, right? It's a manned security facility, from different factions, and you can go into their barracks and check it out. I kind of like it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this game. There's a lot of detail, and you're like, oh, this is... Makes sense that it's here. There's not much point being here and looting the stuff, but you can, and I'm kind of down for it. Admirable. Alright, so we can only loot this item in here. We can't access anything else interesting. Ah, boring. I want to steal some black market intel. And use it for becoming even more powerful. Alright, you're going to even shut the door behind us? Probably not. Let's go out this door then. All doors have been opened and explored. Now what? What is our objective? Return the data to Deputy McIntyre. Okay. Boost our way across. Yep. Are we meant to be going down? Yeah, now it's updated. I was going to say, where's the update? Through the elevator. Because there's a few ways. You can run down, I think, under the train station and stuff. Even though the button is high on the list, I think it's actually underground. So I don't think the button order denotes the level of which we're going to. I could be wrong, though. Alright, McIntyre, we have the data.
There you are. Captain?
And Hadrian.
Deputy told me what went down.
Yeah.
Impressive work.
Thank you.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Yes, ma'am.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. We do this now? I guess we do this now, and then next session we'll continue on whatever that quest line brings next. Okay, I made someone a promise, Hadrian. Can you assure me this data will be used for good?
Yes. It will be.
Okay.
Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right.
Okay, is the answer to stopping more attacks really in here?
You're carrying the most comprehensive collection of information on Terrormorphs in the known universe. If we can't pry an answer out of there, it likely doesn't exist. Certainly doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but we're not going to know until Percival and I dig in, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Alright, Major, you may take possession of the Terrormorph data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Ah.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Okay, sounds good. See you later, Hadrian. We'll team up some more. Slowly but surely. Go through. Haha, I like this bat ball. Is it just cricket, or is it a combination of cricket, lacrosse, and baseball? I don't know, but I kind of dig it. I would definitely play whatever that is. Is there a beach version that you play in summertime in bare feet? Ooh, this is a new door. Okay, and it takes us to a new area. Ooh, top of the build. Wow, okay, this is the top of the building now. Maybe we were at the top the whole time. Wow, that's high. And it triggers my fear of heights a little bit, even though we have a boost pack and we can't really get hurt from falling. Oh, I still want to see if we can jump off. Maybe we'll try that afterwards. Deputy.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
This doesn't mean I can't be a citizen elsewhere, does it?
It doesn't. We don't really care where else you might have been or might become a citizen.
Sure.
Once you earn your place in the United Colonies, it's yours.
That's what we need to do to blow her off the edge. If only. I don't have anything that can push. And there might be an invisible wall. We'll find out in a minute, I guess. Okay, so remind me again why I'd want to be a citizen?
Well, only citizens can own property in New Atlantis. We also pay a discounted rate at any United Colonies merchant.
Not too fast.
And all citizens receive an ample credit disbursement upon joining.
I do like credits, so that's cool. Thank you for the follow as well, Jedi Horn. Really appreciate that. Now I'm really wishing we did have a Force for Odd, although there is a grav push. There is. It's not very good, but we can try it in a minute. All right, I am ready.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies.
Yep.
Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Of course, I'm always gonna be the hero. I will.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
Yay!
Also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Thanks.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss.
That was $5 grand.
There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position.
Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terrormorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you.
Ooh.
They asked for you by name.
Ooh.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
I guess, but they asked for my name. Asked for me by name. Who are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I can't share any more without your word. Do I have it?
Okay. I'll take it to my grave.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Alright, yeah, but first, now. Alright, now we got some credits, but that was for the quest. We only got 5,000 credits for the stupid citizenship. Alright, what do we need to push here? One of these is... One of these... There we go. Gravity wave. That's the closest we get to a Force radar. Let's try it. Quick save, and...
No, I will not. You and I have things to discuss.
We got a bounty, and Andrasia didn't like it. I don't think we can... Nope. And we've run out of juice, and Andrasia is angry with us. on.
I will not aid you in this.
No, we can't. We can't.
We must talk soon.
And she's essential. She can't die. So we can't throw our body over the edge either. Wah, wah.
I cannot, will not be a part of this.
Yes, I know. Good for you.
There are things I need to say to you at your earliest convenience.
All right. Let's just load. Yep, that would have been funny, but I kind of expected that we wouldn't be able to push her off the edge. Question is, can we jump off? Okay, the Devils, you know, is the next quest. We'll continue that next session. Can we jump? We can. We can jump. Oh boy. Luckily we have a boost pack. Yeehaw. Make our way back down to the spaceport. Alright, that was very high. Make it over to our ship. That's it. Oh, it's still funny. Even in games where we've got boost packs, I still have a fear of heights that sort of makes me clench up a bit. Alright, there's our glorious ship. Next session, we shall continue this quest line. I have no idea how much is left in it. We'll talk to Andreja some more as well. In between streams, I'll do some more random questing, some gearing up. I want to modify that Varun spacesuit and give that to Andreja, because I think that's very fitting. And we'll get our relationship with her to bloom a bit more before we gear up into Shattered Space. So I reckon after this quest line, we'll probably be pretty well set up. As long as we can progress our relationship with her and get her, or we need to do her companion quest when it comes along too. So a few little things to gear up for the perfect setup, I think, for Shattered Space, but that's what we're working towards, and that's what we'll continue to do in next session. Next session will either be tomorrow night, depending on how many of our illustrious community members want to hang out for some co-op games. If people are unavailable, we will do some more Starfield. Otherwise, we might do something along the lines of Anthem or something else like that for a bit of fun, shooty action, because that's always a blast. But stick around and see what comes next, I guess. And whilst we're saying stick around, please stick around for a few minutes. Let's find someone else to raid on Twitch. Let's give them a bit of a buzz, give them some energy, and pass on the hype train. Check out my Twitch schedule if you want to see what time I'm doing things in your time zone. Check out my YouTube channel for where all of the live streams are catalogued and stored, as well as recorded, edited, high-definition versions of a lot of game playthroughs as well. You might like that too. Check it out. That's also where I post a lot of my mod tutorials and informations as well. There's more of that to come. So yeah, stick around and subscribe to that if that sounds at least a little bit interesting. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, all right, enough talking from me. This has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You've all been awesome. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next episode.